This is the Iowa Weather Report for Tuesday, January 13th, 2015. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run at noon today. Have a system over the Four Corners region. Might watch that later in the week, but otherwise nothing is really going to move through our area for quite a while. We'll have a disturbance that'll be cutting across the northern tier of the country very late tonight and into early on Wednesday that could produce a flurry or two, mainly clouds around. Highs today will mainly be in the teens across the state with plenty of sunshine. A little more cloudiness toward the end of the day, though. And then as we go into Wednesday, you can see that disturbance off in the Great Lakes, producing a little bit of snow there. May bring us a few clouds, but that's about all that it might bring us. Highs will be above where they were today in the 20s to maybe some lower 30s in the western counties. Then on Thursday, temperatures will climb a little bit higher, maybe mid to upper 20s to lower to middle 30s, maybe even a bit warmer in the western counties if some of the snow out there can melt a bit faster. We're going to see a lot of snow melt here as we move into Friday. Temperatures should easily make it into the 30s, except maybe in the northeastern counties where they still could be in the upper 20s. Still plenty of sunshine around, however. Still a lot of snow going to be melting. Saturday, new twist. A front will come through here on Saturday, especially in the evening. That's going to dump the temperatures back down for Sunday back into the 20s, maybe even a few upper teens. But Saturday, most of the day should be fine. That system brings very little precipitation, in fact, more clouds than anything. Sunday will be a bit cooler, highs likely in the 20s, maybe in the teens on Sunday. Partly to mostly sunny skies, more clouds in the northeastern counties than elsewhere. And then on Monday, remember Monday? Yesterday we showed you big, huge storm coming at us from the southwest. Not now. Have a system just to our north that could produce a little bit of snow up in Minnesota, but nothing around here as warm air tries to return again. Then we go into next Tuesday. We have a system coming in from the west and northwest. You can see the energy coming in from the north and west over the middle part of the country, the plains, the central and northern plains. That could bring a little bit of a system here that could bring us maybe a bit of snow. You can see a lot of moisture down into the Gulf. That's partially with that system we showed you yesterday, but it doesn't look like it's going to phase up with the one to the north. We'll wait and see with model trends. But this trend looks not very good. This is the 24th trough over the eastern about half of the country. But if you notice the airflow, it is not coming straight from the North Pole. It's only coming out of Canada. That means the temperatures won't be Arctic cold. They'll be Canadian cold, likely readings in the teens or lower 20s for highs instead of seeing temperatures at or below zero. We may see single-digit lows or lows even close to zero if this is right. We'll keep watching it. At the end of the period, the 28th, pretty much a disturbance off to our west. Could produce some activity out there, but not a whole heck of a lot around here of significance. We have a system approaching from the west, and that could bring us some interesting weather toward the end of the month. But it looks like the cold weather will return, but it's not going to look like it's Arctic cold. But confidence out in this far doesn't look very high at this point. But satellite image looks very confident. We're confident that there were a couple of clouds down across Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas. One system moving off the east coast, disturbance off to our west, fairly quiet elsewhere across the country at this point. Then when we take a look at the watch warning map from last evening, some wind chill advisories over the northern plains and the upper Midwest across the northern tier of the New England states. Some winter weather issues out in the Rockies and then down into the Muggian Rim, and some issues across the southeast where they could see quite a bit of precipitation. This is the QPF chart through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Quite a bit across the Gulf Coast in the east, some out in the Intermountain West, and also the Pacific Northwest. Very little or nothing around here.